It's been a couple weeks.
I know. I'm out of practice.
I know. It's like I don't even know what my life is anymore.
Oh, don't even know how to talk.
What is this? Yeah, I'm basically a closeted nerd, just mining crypto over here, never speaking to anyone. I'm whiter than ever.
No, you have a nice freckle base going on.
A nice freckle base from
Yes.
our vacation.
Hey, you didn't get burnt.
I didn't get burnt at all.
Besides your calves.
Well, yeah, that was weird.
The back of the calf.
The backs of them.
That takes talent.
Yeah, it's like the sun was angled right. It was like, nipping at my heels. That's basically what it was. But I did good. I was not sunburned. Should we start the show?
Yeah, let's start the show.
All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Strive Nation podcast, the podcast where we talk about the monotony of daily life, but that's okay, because sometimes that's exactly what you need in this crazy world. My name is Cory Estreen. This is episode 13, and I'm joined with my constant co-host, Taylor Huff. How are we doing tonight, Taylor?
I'm holding on.
You're holding on?
I'm doing okay.
You're doing okay? Your voice is a little bit rough.
I sound like a smoker. Very raspy jazz club singer. And I'm missing being on vacation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. FOMO. The end FOMO.
Yeah.
Yep.
Being an adult and working now kind of sucks.
It's okay. It's part of life.
But we're going to have a good show.
Yeah. Do you notice that whenever you do a lot, like you have a lot planned and you're doing a lot of things, you lose your voice the more you do?
Well, I was also on amusement park rides going, woo! Woo! So I feel like that had something to do with it.
That is true. That is true. What do we have going today?
Today, we are doing our June monthly scoop.
We got the monthly scoop for you.
You sound so Canadian.
For ya. What for you? What's from Canada?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do we got to remind our listeners to do?
Like, subscribe, and follow us on all of our social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, the YouTubes at Strive Nation Pod.
Check out YouTube because if you like the tube, it's on there. Smash that like button.
Yeah, do it.
All right. But before we get into your June monthly scoop,
we're doing our beverage of choice.
Right. So a new segment we're doing at the beginning of every bi-weekly episode is we're doing the beverage of choice. Yeah. What do you got? What do you got today? What are you drinking?
I am drinking a White Claw tangerine.
Yeah. We're going to pop them at the same time?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh.
Yeah, nothing better than that sound.
That was really satisfying.
Yeah, so you're drinking a White Claw? Like a basic bitch White Claw?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is basically just an excuse for us to drink while recording.
That's true. That is 100% true.
How can we get more Wisconsin? We drink while we record.
So if you're listening right now, you can pause the episode, go get something to drink, and drink with us.
Yeah, and join us.
Yeah.
If anyone has a White Claw Surge, I would love to know what that tastes like because I want one and I can't find one anywhere, and I'm getting very annoyed.
Oh, well.
Do you know what that is?
I
White
don't
Claw
ask.
Surge?
If I did know, would you freak out?
No.
Oh, okay, because I am a male.
What? Males drink White Claw?
Yeah, bitches. Just kidding.
Well.
Real men drink beer.
I'm
like the one I have right here.
Miller.
It's Miller time. Not anymore. It's not Miller Park anymore.
No, it's American Family Insurance.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine that. And all because Miller didn't want to re-up with the contract with them. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was a Miller's end, not the park.
Why?
Isn't that stupid?
That's lame.
I know. I was kind of like, what the hell? Now it's American Family Insurance Park or whatever the hell.
I love how everyone still calls it Miller Park, though.
Yeah, to me it will always be Miller Park. I don't even care.
Obviously.
Which maybe they banked on that. They're maybe like, hey, it'll still be technically Miller Park with everyone.
No one will really pay attention to the name change.
Yeah, we don't have to spend this money on, the sponsorship. We can just previous brand hype. But yeah, I am drinking a Miller Lite today. It is my daily driver, my beverage of choice for today. I didn't have anything really exquisite planned for y'all. But next time I'll have something.
Yeah, we gotta go to the liquor store and pick up some varieties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your monthly scoop. But first. Upvotes
and downvotes.
Upvotes and downvotes. Do you want to go first? What is your upvote?
Disney.
Yep.
We went to Disney with 20 people.
It was a lot.
It was a lot of us. Did we wear matching t-shirts? Absolutely. It was a grand old time. I had so much fun. I loved it. I did not want to leave. It is the most magical place on earth.
Yeah, and it's so different from when I went as a kid, like 22 years ago.
Oh my God. We're in the park and Cory's talking about how he went to Disney when he was a kid. And he's like, I feel like it was when I was like a preteen teeny bopper or something. His dad texts him and Cory goes, oh, the last time I was at Disney was 1998.
Yeah, I was 8 years old.
And then my cousin goes, I wasn't even alive yet.
Yeah. Yeah. What the hell is a hologram?
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I just thought it was so funny.
It was pretty funny. And then it was like the running gag. It's like, oh, I don't remember that. Yeah, because it was 20 years ago. And that's when dinosaurs roamed in Disney.
Basically.
Yeah. But do you have a good time?
Yeah, I had so much fun. Do we already have another trip booked to Disney? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do, for September.
So excited.
Yeah, I did not know I was going to enjoy it that much. It's just way different from what I remember. I'm a person who really likes immersion, and I don't know, stuff like this. It just caters to me. So
yeah. Well, what was your upvote?
My upvote was the new Star Wars, the experience that they have at Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
That was freaking nuts, man.
It was so cool.
Like, I shit my pants so hard on that. It's not even a ride, but I don't want to spoil it, but I'll just say it is the most freaking amazing thing. If you're a Star Wars fan, you'll shit your pants. You'll literally.
Yeah. It's so popular. You have to try and join a virtual queue at 7 a.m. in hopes that you get to ride it.
Yeah, in hopes that you get to stand in line for it.
Yeah, exactly. It's wild.
It's a virtual line to stand in a line.
Yeah.
It's great.
We didn't get into the 7 a.m. one, and then at 1 a.m. or at 1 p.m. we're like, we have to get into it. And we got in.
Yeah, very
Thankfully.
luckily. I think it had something to do with the weather, because that is my downvote.
Oh, yeah. You can talk about it.
Yeah, the downvote, it was amazing, but it rained like literally every 15 minutes and downpoured. It was like, okay, you get 15 minutes of sun, 15 minutes of downpour, 15 minutes of sun, 15 minutes of downpour.
I will say it rained more than usual Florida rain. Because usually Florida rain is like for 15, 20 minutes, torrential downpour, and then you're good for several hours. But it was just weird, like spitting on and off.
Yeah, I mean, we still had super fun, but it's like, oh, now we have to get in a find cover. And I was not one who's going to wear one of those ponchos, the water ponchos.
Why wouldn't you wear one?
I don't know, because they look dumb, and it was going to get in the way, and I just didn't want to wear it.
Oh.
And I don't have a problem getting wet either. That was another thing. So I had no problem getting wet, but...
I wore the poncho.
Yeah.
I wore the crap out of that poncho.
Yeah, we had a good time. Your family was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
All 20 people in one house, one villa.
Everyone got along.
Yeah.
No one died.
Yeah.
We played Cards Against Humanity with the grandparents.
Yeah.
That's something I'll never forget.
Listening to the elderly talk.
Oh, no. Having them not understand what the card is.
Yes.
And then everyone, like, under the age of 40 laughing.
Yeah, it was great. We had a blast. There was a pool.
Yeah.
Yep.
My downvote, which we already talked about a little bit.
Did we?
A teeny bit. We mentioned at the beginning.
Oh.
Is having to go back to work.
Yeah.
After vacation. That's the worst.
Yeah, that's why, like, I'm always in favor of, maybe some of you can understand this, taking off a day after you get back. So, like, you get back, you're like, oh, shit, I have to go to work tomorrow. Psych. No, I don't. I have, like, a day of recouping. Because, I mean, sometimes I need a vacation from my vacation. You know, just to get back in the swing of things and not be depressed by going back to work.
I just don't want to go back to work at all, so.
Yeah, me neither. Wouldn't it be great if we could just do this podcast?
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
How about we quit our jobs and we just move to Orlando and we work at Star Wars?
I'm down, as long as I can cosplay as someone.
Yeah, as long as we can cosplay.
Actually, I thought about that while walking through the galaxies or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, I would be a Twi'lek. I'd have those, the race with the giant, like, tentacles coming off the head, like bat.
Like, what's her face from Mandalorian?
Yeah, her. She's like a Twi'lek. I was like, I'd look dope with a lightsaber.
You'd look pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd look pretty dope.
Yeah.
So that is our upvotes and downvotes. Hopefully you like them. Make sure that you're commenting on all of our social medias telling us your upvotes and downvotes.
Yeah. They're not going to be as epic as ours, but we want to know.
Yeah, I'd like to know. And I have been posting like on the social media saying, hey, give me your upvotes. And no one does, but you should. You should, because I'm lonely.
Oh.
So, yeah. All right, should we get into your monthly scoop?
Yeah,
All
let's jump into it, get into it, do all the things. Up first, Joe Biden signed that Juneteenth is officially a federal holiday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can recognize Juneteenth instead of 18 or 1776. Well, I was gonna get to it on all of these shirts that I've been seeing on Facebook Marketplace. Where it's like, you know, this isn't my Liberation Day. This is officially our Liberation Day. You know, like for America when slavery was abolished or
People
whatever.
not celebrating 4th of July, but celebrating only Juneteenth.
Right, exactly. They cross out 1776 and instead put 1876. That frustrates me. I was gonna get to it, but I just jumped the line a little bit.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I think if you should celebrate both.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to celebrate both. The
both
problem
are good
is
things.
the problem is like we've talked about this a lot. The constant, postmodern progressives are all about destroying America and canceling all ideals because they perceive them as white ideals only. Mm-hmm. That's the problem I have. So it's like celebrate Juneteenth by destroying 1776 and saying it's horrible.
Yeah, that's what I disagree with. Yeah. I think celebrating Juneteenth is a good thing, and we can all celebrate it positively.
Yeah.
I don't want people celebrating Juneteenth and, like, just bashing on white people on Juneteenth.
Well, that's what it is, though.
I know. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's what it is. Especially after we get into some of this stuff we got here.
Yeah, you know.
It's a lot of white people bashing, guys, for whatever reason. Because apparently
feels uncomfy.
Yeah, and I did watch a Dave Rubin video where he's talking about Robin Di Angelo and her white fragility book. And
oh my God, I think I watched the same thing as you.
God, that creeps me out, man. Like, how racist do you have to be to sit there and have a white lady tell you that you're racist and she's racist, everyone's racist?
Yeah, in front of the crowd, she's like, I am racist, and I acknowledge that.
Yeah, what a freak, man.
It's so bizarre.
People don't know what racism is these days. They have no idea.
Definitely.
Like, I always think that's a fun experiment to do. Like, with my friends, it was like, oh, that's racist. I was like, what's the definition of racism? And they can't tell me.
No.
Like, honestly, they don't know. They'll like attempt to, and I'll be like, no, that's not what it is.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a Don Lemon who was trying to define the word racism, and he used racism in the definition.
Yeah,
that was like sometime at this month. I'm like, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
I really like how Ben Shapiro talked about Juneteenth. Like, it's a good thing to celebrate. We should all celebrate it. But what he pointed out is by celebrating Juneteenth, then that defeats your whole purpose of like saying that you're oppressed and all of this stuff, because you celebrate Juneteenth is when you officially became unoppressed.
Yeah, but that's not what it is. It's like, oh, yeah, it doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is when we are not oppressed anymore, but we're oppressed right now. Okay.
I'm like, were you alive back in the 1800s? I don't think so.
Well, and the funny thing is like all these people are people that have like more money than they know what to do with. A lot of these people. Yeah. You know, like the celebrities are saying that. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Me, LeBron James, I'm oppressed.
Yeah, LeBron James is very oppressed.
But I'm like a billionaire.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
It's fun, and all these companies for June and Pride Month are doing the same thing.
I think we should celebrate all of it. I don't have an issue celebrating these holidays. What I have an issue with is the company's virtue signaling to be like, oh, look, our logo is a rainbow flag with brown and black. We love everyone. Like, I don't agree with the virtue signaling that comes along with celebrating these holidays.
I think giving a day for set events that make sense in history that are good things makes sense. But it's like, especially with the whole Pride Month, and it's like every month now, especially at my work, there's certain categories like Mediterranean Month.
Really?
Like stuff like that people like our diversity inclusion team are celebrating, and I'm like, why is this a thing? Like, you're giving a whole month to a random Mediterranean
Did something happen to the Mediterraneans in that
month? Well, I don't know. Maybe, apparently, I'm not sure. But there's a bunch of them. There's like a whole bunch of them. And I'm like, at what point do you devalue the holidays that we actually have? Because every day is going to be something now. Like, what? Yeah. Like, I'm bald. Should we have a bald holiday?
I'm sure there is one.
I bet you there is one, honestly.
For sure.
Like, yeah. But
it's just not federally recognized.
The problem, like the whole, like, Pride Month thing, we can get into that too because it kind of
they tie together.
They tie together pretty well.
Yeah.
The problem that I have is we give a month to Pride to basically LGBTQ AAIP plus
Elemental P.
Yeah. We give a whole month to that, and they represent like less than 3% of the population.
Yeah.
But we have one day for like men and women who serve in our armed forces. They get one day, and they put their lives on the line and die so that we can have freedoms in the country.
And a lot of people shit on those days too. Which just like drives me bananas.
Yeah, if anything, let's swap them. Let's have a Pride Day and then swap them and have like a Veterans Month instead.
Like a patriotic month.
Because first of all, we're all Americans.
Yeah, it literally includes everyone.
And here's the thing is these people that are, 1776, that's not for me. I'm like, no, it is for you. You're an American. Yeah. It's for all Americans, okay? No one is saying that some of these things don't include specific demographics of people. If you're American, you're American. Mm-hmm. So that's what I don't like is the constant by postmodern progressives destroying what they perceive the American ideal to be.
Yeah, and like trashing on American values, like being a patriot now, like isn't looked upon as being a good thing.
Yeah, I know.
Which is insane.
Yeah, it's like when Candace or was it Candace who was talking about nationalism and Hitler? Yeah, it goes back to that thing. It's like not bad to be a nationalist, it's just pride for one's country.
Yeah, which you should be prideful for the country you live in.
Yeah, 100%. So, that's but what about the whole Pride events in Seattle?
Oh my God, y'all. So in Seattle, they had a Pride Fest or Pride Parade. If you were a white person, you had to pay reparations to get into the festival.
Yeah.
It was $10 to $50 depending on your whiteness and how much money you had.
Yeah, it depends on how your oppression level. So it's basically intersectionalist ticket.
So Cory's screwed because he's a straight white male.
I'm a straight white male, so I'm paying $50.
Oh yeah.
I'm like paying the max because what did they call it? They called it white allies and
any white allies that went to it had to pay reparations.
And what did they call it? There was another word for it. White allies. I don't even remember. There was another word that they had for it, but yeah, and which is really hilarious, guys. This is really hilarious because Pride Month is LGBTQ, right?
Yeah, so why is it about white people?
But why is it about white people then? What if you are a gay white guy? You have to pay money. You have to pay reparations to get into a pride parade.
To get into a pride parade.
Guys, it makes no sense.
That's so backwards.
It makes no sense at all. And you're basically giving people money because of their faux oppression that apparently you're inflicting on them for being white.
Yeah, well then you're dealing with the whole intersectionality BS. Like, okay, so you're having people stand at this gate, get questioned by someone, be like, how oppressed are you? Oh, you're a female and you work for a male boss? Okay, that knocks you down. You get to pay less. Oh, you're gay, you get to pay less. Like, who's deciding this?
Yeah.
Also, I don't think any of us are oppressed.
Well, right. We're not oppressed in America. That's the thing that no one seems to realize because everyone needs to get that status of being oppressed. Everyone needs to be in the spotlight for things. And that is why we call out, hey, look at me. I'm the most oppressed. Look at me.
If you want to be oppressed, move to North Korea.
Yeah, it's attention seeking, man. And who cares? Because nobody honestly cares.
Look at that guy. He's bald. He's so oppressed. His life is so hard.
Yeah, nobody cares that I'm bald, guys. Nobody cares. Okay?
Okay. On to the next.
The
next.
We talking about Texas now?
Yeah, you know what? We're ranting. We might as well rant about Texas, too.
Yeah, we got a couple things for Texas here.
Yeah, so Texas's power grid, ERCOT, they're the ones that had issues with that giant winter storm.
Yeah, knocked out everything.
And how one of the problems is that the government was having them transition more towards solar and wind. And the batteries were dying is a huge issue, right?
Right.
They're now having the same issue for the summer that the wind and solar can't keep up along with the other energies provided for AC.
Yep.
So they've asked Texans to turn their thermostats up to at least, what was it? It was 76 or 78 or something.
Which is hot, guys.
I think it was around 76.
Yeah, you know what that is? That's like me sitting on my crypto mining machine.
Oh my God. Our bedroom probably is 76.
No, it's got to be 74 or something, 73. something like that. It's not that bad. You make it sound so bad.
It's 100% 76 in here.
Oh my gosh, it's not that bad.
Anyways, Texans have to turn their AC off.
Okay.
They're very mad about it.
Man, Texas is awesome, but they got to figure out their energy shit, man.
Well, it'd be fine if they weren't being forced to use solar and wind. Let them use their nuclear.
Yeah.
Then everyone can put their AC
Everyone,
on like
go
55.
to nuclear. Stop being such pansies. Use the nuclear.
It's so, there's just so many benefits of it. Use it.
Exactly. Okay.
But they are doing good things. Texas has decided, since, Joe Biden and no one will help them with the border crisis, with people just running into the country and overflowing facilities and all this stuff. Governor Greg Abbott was like, screw you guys, I'm building a wall myself.
Yeah.
So they're using state funding. And also people can donate to help them fund the wall.
Man, Texans, everyone in Texas is probably donating to it because they're like, hey, we got to finish this. They're pretty conservative down there, with the exception of the big cities. Those are starting to turn a little bit more progressive.
Well, a lot of people are having so many issues. Did you see the rancher that was giving an interview on camera?
No.
Okay, so he's giving this interview on camera to this news station, talking about how all these illegal people are running through his crops, running through his land. It's causing a huge issue. No one will come arrest these people. As he's doing this interview, you all of a sudden see these people running behind him.
Oh my gosh.
They catch it on camera and they're like, oh, he's like, yeah, we got to stop. Like, look, they're right there running behind me. Can't do anything about it. Like, the problem is they're trespassing onto people's property. I don't want random people who I don't know on my property.
Right. I completely agree.
You don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and you don't know their background or what they've done.
No. Super sketch. So yeah. Oh, and they're also arresting people and deporting them themselves. All state funded. No federal aid.
Oh. Should we talk about Kamala not going to that border where they're having issues?
Yeah. Kamala's going to fix the border crisis. Kamala's going to do something about it. Kamala still hasn't been to the border.
Well, and no, she lied.
We've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
Oh!
And she was like, we've been there. We've been to the border. And then literally like a sentence or two later, she's like, and, well, I haven't been to Europe either, so, yeah. I don't know.
Kamala. But she did go to Guatemala.
Did she?
Yeah, okay, so she probably flew past the border.
She's probably waving at all the immigrants, the illegal immigrants coming over.
People down there.
Yeah,
Have fun not dying.
Right.
Yeah. So
Good luck.
She flies to Guatemala and tells these people, she straight up says, if you're thinking about coming to the U.S., don't. Were her exact words. Don't come.
Yeah. They go back on everything they say. They run on things and then they're like, no, not doing it.
Yeah, because it's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
As she's like running for president before she epically failed and had to bow out, she's like, how can you deny these people the right to live in the U.S.? These parents just give their children to coyotes and hope that they make it to America. And then 8 months later, she's like, y'all don't fucking come here.
Yeah.
You're heartless. At least back up what you say.
Yeah. I know.
It just cracks me up.
All right, moving on. A trans athlete who qualified for the women's powerlifting for Olympics.
Yeah, I thought it was for the U.S. I know it happened in Japan as well. Yeah.
So is she going to win? Is that what we've decided?
Well, obviously, the fact that she has bigger muscle mass and bigger bone density says that she's probably going to come home with an Olympic.
And here's the thing. I feel so bad for women, like real women.
Yeah. These women who've been like training there. First of all, they were supposed to compete in 2020 and couldn't because of fucking COVID. Excuse my language, people. I'm fired up. And then you have to train for a whole nother year to re-qualify for the Olympics. And then, like, Martha comes in all, like, busted as hell and just, like, destroys.
Yeah, what did I see? I think I saw it on, like, South Park or something. It's like they were making fun of, the whole trans entering, like, other sports,
Yeah.
And this one guy, like, my name is, Chelsea. And it's, like, this ripped dude. And they get in this ring to do something and he like rips the other girl's arms off or something.
Oh my god.
like the funniest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, it's like, okay, we made some changes to the Olympics. We've allowed trans people and now to compete in sports that aren't their original biological gender. And basically, we're gonna view it as a new obstacle for
women. Have
for
fun.
women. Yeah, good luck with that. Hopefully it'll be a good obstacle for you.
I'm like, are we just sick of the Russians beating us? We'd put a trans girl in there.
Yeah, right.
Like, are you kidding me? I have no issue with trans women competing in sports, but you have to compete in the sport with this gender that you were biologically born into. It's scientific fact. You have bigger muscle mass. You got better bone density. You are, in fact, just stronger in nature. Or create their own division.
Yeah, and
create an open category.
Yeah, you could create an open category. The problem is I don't think anyone would want either. I don't think anyone would watch that, and I don't think anyone would participate in it. There's not enough people. So there's not enough people. Like you don't have enough people because the men are going to compete in the men and the women are going to compete in the women because that's what sports are.
Yeah.
It's taking your elite class of entertainers and pitting them against people in their same division. Like, that's what it is. That's what people want to watch.
Yeah.
So
I feel so bad.
I mean, I feel bad for the women who trained their whole life and can't do anything. And we've talked about this before. It is what it is, man. That's why all these trans people are beating the crap out of all these women and beating all their records. You're not going to have any biological women hold any records.
Well, there's
anymore.
that girl. There's a runner from Connecticut. Her and her lawyer are currently suing because Connecticut allows transgender women to compete in the women's category for track. And she was supposed to go to state, and she, every single time, didn't place because of several trans women.
Yeah.
Who were previously competing in the men's, and in the men's, they weren't even placing top 50. Mm-hmm. They switched over to the women's, and then
First place?
Yeah, they're getting like top 5.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's stupid, guys. It's stupid.
Yeah, I just don't think it's fair. Especially, I never thought that would infiltrate the Olympics. I really thought that the Olympics would be like, the Olympics bans everything. And that's like the one thing where they're like, oh yeah, just compete wherever you want. We don't care.
Yeah.
So weird.
All right, we got some Biden news.
Oh, Biden.
Some more Alzheimer's Biden, or what is it, where he doesn't know where he is half the time?
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe, yeah.
Sleepy Joe.
Got some Sleepy Joe. Him and Putin meeting, right?
Yeah, they had a meeting. It did not go well, obviously.
You know what? I don't even have to say a lot about this. Go and watch the videos of him speaking.
It's
Biden.
so bad.
The guy, man, like, it doesn't even make sense. He rambles for minutes, and he doesn't actually say anything.
No.
It's like you're trying to patch some of the statements together, but they don't make sense.
Nope. And Putin just destroys. Putin's like, you have people in your country shooting each other up, and you say you're all racist. I'm not scared of you.
We don't have anyone to hold him accountable anymore, like Trump did.
Yeah, we did not. Yeah, we don't have a strong political leader anymore.
Everyone's gonna walk all over us now, guys. Just saying. We're gonna go back to giving out money without taxing anyone. We're gonna do all of that. So just
even if you didn't like Trump, you have to admire how he handled other countries, like his Iran deal, his peace in the Middle East. How I know people were pissed about him meeting with Kim Jong-un in North Korea, but he was the first president to ever have a meeting with them.
Yep.
Like, that says a lot. He's a businessman. He knows how to talk.
Yeah. People respected him too.
They feared him. They listened.
Yeah.
No one fears Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. One of our listeners send me this funny meme.
Yeah.
And I promised them that I would do it in the Sleepy Joe voice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Okay, here we go. Give it my best shot. When I was a kid, back in Scranton, a wheel fell off my canoe, which made me wonder how many pancakes fit in a doghouse. Well, none, because ice cream doesn't have bones. Yeah. Wait, where am I?
That was the meme.
That's the meme.
Funny.
Yeah.
We'll post it on social.
We'll post that on social for you guys. It is.
That basically sounds the exact same as him.
Oh, yeah? Am I that good? Should I just start wearing a wig and aviators?
Yeah.
And
that's how we can make some extra money, guys.
Yeah, I'll get in a Joe Biden cosplay.
You know what? You wear a Joe Biden like mask, and I'll wear a Trump mask, and we'll just run down a Broadway and like fight each other.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That actually would be really funny.
Yeah.
People would give us money for that.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Hunter Biden, a little little Hunter Biden using some inflammatory language through text.
Yeah, he writes a book about snorting parmesan off a carpet.
Yeah, he's like,
Everyone-
I snorted so much Parmesan cheese.
Everyone's like, he's so brave. We appreciate him telling his story. Then, he's got his computer leaked with all that
Yeah,
sketchy information.
bro.
He's just like running money around the world using his dad's name. And
No,
now,
wasn't it child pornography on that computer?
Oh, there's also child
Yeah,
pornography
yeah.
on that. America's sweetheart, Hunter Biden, slept with his brother's wife.
Yeah.
And now all of his text messages got leaked that we're dropping the N-word.
Yeah, he's a creep, man. He is definitely a creep.
How is he not canceled? I don't believe in canceling, but how is he not canceled?
I don't know.
Like-
I don't under. It's because the media wants to make Joe Biden look amazing and make Trump look bad, even when he's not even here anymore.
Look at Trump's children compared to Hunter Biden.
Right? Yeah, right.
How much crap did Ivanka get and Donald J. Jr. get? And they were like model stand-up citizens working for America,
Right.
not taking a salary. And then Hunter's over here with his Parmesan and child pornography and being racist. And everyone's like, oh, he's so good.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. All right, so let's do a couple of pop culture news before I get into my crypto spiel.
Before Cory gets all nerd alert on us.
Yeah.
So Keeping Up with the Kardashians is officially over.
Woo!
Corey doesn't care about
I didn't
this.
even know. I've never seen an episode.
You've
of it.
never seen a single episode?
No, why would I watch that
Oh my
crap?
God. Someone Venmo
It's
me
hot crap.
$10
It's like-
and I'll make Corey watch
You know
an
what?
episode.
I would rather take a huge steaming dump in front of a camera,
Ew.
record an hour of it, and then re-watch it. That's what I would rather do other than watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, that's how
I used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I don't know. That shit drives me nuts.
But it's officially over. Very sad.
Good. What about Chris Harrison?
Oh, sad, but we saw it coming. Chris Harrison has officially left Bachelor Nation. They gave him $25 million payout, and a part of that payout was an NDA where he would not talk about anything.
25 million, there you go.
Yep. He apparently got paid $5 million a season. So he was making like $20 million a year.
Well, then why did he take the 20?
I don't know.
Depends, 25 million or ruining the Bachelor name.
I think he's a good person, and he could have destroyed the entire franchise and chose to be a nice person and didn't do so.
Yeah, that's a lot.
He also has got his wine label. He's got his romantic books he writes.
Right.
So
He'll be set for life.
he's fine. But
Living
it's
his
sad.
best racist life. Just kidding. Just kidding, guys.
Well, we'll never watch Bachelor again.
No, I'm not watching Bachelor anymore.
The
Screw
new-
that show.
The new season's out. We haven't watched it.
Nope.
We're not watching.
No thanks.
No,
Get
thank
out.
you.
Put those leftists in check.
No more Bachelor Mondays for us.
Yeah.
It's a new era. Do you know who Call Her Daddy is?
Yeah, it's a podcast that you listen to or used to.
Yeah. So Alex Cooper signed an exclusive deal with Spotify. It is apparently one of their largest podcast deals they've made. Not as big as Joe Rogan, obviously, but very, very, very large. She's got like one of the number one consistent podcasts in the world.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Barstool's still keeping the merch deal. That's what they agreed on, obviously. But she left on good terms, which is nice because last year this was a whole hot mess.
Following the Joe Rogan train.
Well, he got paid, what, $100 million or something
Yeah.
crazy? I would do the same.
Yeah, throw your wallets at me.
Basically. And each of the they get full creative control over their podcast.
Very nice.
And they get to keep the IPs and stuff. Like, it's a good deal.
Yeah, see, you always wonder, they have full creative control until they say something that their network doesn't like.
Well, Alex talks about the Gluck Gluck 9000, so I think Spotify knows what they're getting into.
No, what I'm saying is, as long as it's progressive, it's fine.
Joe Rogan isn't. What are you smoking?
Yeah, but even he's run into a little bit of issues, and he's progressive. Joe Rogan's progressive.
Yeah,
Joe
but
Rogan's liberal.
He is, but he has a lot of not progressive people on there. He
Well,
also
that's
has
fine, but he himself is liberal, right? Do you
Barely.
think they would have like a Loud with Carter on Spotify? Not a chance. Not a freaking chance.
That's true. Because with them, they like the person. If they just don't like the guest, it's like, fuck you, they're my guest.
Yeah, and
it's
fine.
only for
like,
one
yeah,
episode.
Right.
That's true. They would never
they
sign
would
Crowder.
never put hardcore conservative on there.
Like Ben
And
Shapiro.
like market it. Never happen.
That's true. They would never do that.
Yeah. All right. The last before we end this episode is I got to get into crypto news because guys, your crypto wallets are looking a little slim, a little empty, isn't it? Because we've had a crash. And a lot of countries are cracking down on crypto. But don't worry, we're going to have a bull run again. There was obviously a Chinese ban. They're finally worried about the energy consumption over there. And that is why you're seeing a massive hash rate difficulty decline. So a little bit higher profitability on some of your mining. But what that means is all of these rigs that they have over there mining their crypto with are going offline, which is making it easier to mine whatever algorithm, whatever crypto you're mining. So on top of that, though, there's being massive crypto sell-offs in Ethereum and Bitcoin. So, that is why we're seeing the price dump hardcore right now. Everyone is dumping their crypto. The panic sellers are dumping their crypto. So that's why we're seeing this huge crypto market cap sell-off here, which is fine. I mean, it's not going away. It's just everyone's liquidating into USD or whatever.
Is that because people are just scared?
People are scared. Well, yeah, 100% people are scared. I'm part of a lot of Facebook groups and things. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are. There's people. I mean, most people in Facebook groups, if you're interested in crypto, you're bull. You're like a crypto bull.
Yeah.
But there's still even people in there that are like, I dumped. I had to make my money back before it went below my buy price.
Yeah.
And I was like, then why didn't you sell
forever
before?
ago?
Why didn't you sell when you thought when it was gonna, because people always try to time the market, but they never do. I'm like, or you could just hodl. But
we need is all the memers and all the Redditors to start buying crypto to drive all the prices back up so everyone else buys.
Well, it'll happen as soon as this whole Chinese ban and the Iran 3-month energy crisis ban, as soon as that's over with, and we start to get back into the bull run and up into October, November, December, the prices will go back up slowly. And there's a lot of adoption right now. So PayPal and Venmo, both of them have started to adopt crypto into their platforms. So now you can buy crypto right on their platforms. There's an insane amount of companies getting into crypto, and there's a lot of hedge funds that are starting to adopt Bitcoin into their portfolios. There's obviously a whole bunch of NFTs that you can get into, and there's ETFs for crypto now as well. Yeah, you can get into all that stuff, but as more adoption comes, the price will creep back up again. It is going to get to a place where more adoption means that some of the little floozy cryptos will start to fall off and decline to nothing, and the big prominent cryptos that have the highest use and the most people using them will start to go up, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, but more stable for sure. Gotcha. But yeah, that is what's going on. El Salvador also made Bitcoin its official ledger.
Wow.
Yep, it's its official currency, and other countries are looking into it to follow as well. Makes sense. I mean, we're in a digital age. It's coming. Got to get some of these dinosaurs to finally understand what it is. It's like most people just don't get it. They're like, why would I invest in something that I can't see?
Yeah.
It's like, well, that just illuminates your ignorance on the topic.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I get it. It is fast. We just there's a lot of kinks to iron out, with any new technology. So, But yeah, it's cool. I'm not selling at all. So there's that. I just want to get more miners, but obviously with our tiny little apartment in Nashville, I can only have so much because it gets freaking hot in here, guys.
Yeah.
And I can't get an ASIC because it's freaking loud.
What's an ASIC?
It is a purpose-built machine meant to mine only one algorithm.
Oh, I know this.
Yep. So you buy it specifically to mine one algorithm, and then when you can't mine the algorithm anymore, the machine is virtually useless.
So why would you buy one of those anyways?
Well, because they're extremely profitable over time.
Oh.
If you're making $150 a day using one.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, they're good. That's why they're sold out. You can't buy any.
I just assume you can't buy anything related to crypto.
Yeah, well, yeah, you unless you're willing to buy scalp prices. I'm waiting for my helium miner to come in. I did get one. I do have a friend that bought 6 of them, if anyone knows anything about helium, but I'm very excited about that. It's a very tiny miner. Mm-hmm. Can make anywhere from $30 to $60 a day.
I'm here for it.
Yep, and it only costs $400. Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
Yep. Waiting for that puppy to come in, but they're so back ordered because everyone is buying this tech, and it is not going to go away anytime soon because of the microchip shortage. So yeah, that is the crypto news. So guys, hold on to your horses. Don't sell anything in your wallets.
To the moon.
Be a bull. Go to the moon.
To the moon.
We'll be okay.
Yes.
If anything, buy the freaking dip, man. Doge is at like 17 cents right now. It's
Oh,
almost
man.
back down to 5 cents where it was.
Are you gonna buy a bunch?
I don't know. I bought
Give
some.
us your expert opinion.
I bought some Doge. I'm just gonna sit on it and not look at it for years, like 5 years. Sit on some Doge and just sit. Yeah, not.
And
touch
one
it.
day you'll open your wallet and be a millionaire.
Well, there was a guy. His name was Dan something. The other day, he opened up his crypto wallet and he had $1.4 trillion.
What?
Yep, and he looked at it. So we weren't going to talk about this, but yeah, there's this guy, Dan something. He started to play around with some crypto, and a few years ago, he invested like a whole bunch, some money into this one currency. I don't even remember what the currency was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's called something Rocket Bunny. It was called.
Okay.
And it went up, in price, and he had $1.4 trillion worth.
Did he sell?
Well, he can't because there's not a company in the world that has $1.4 trillion. It's impossible.
So he can't. Wait, can he sell a little bit to get some money?
Yeah, he said he would take, so for every dollar that he had in that crypto wallet, he would take 5 cents from the company, which is
Oh my
basically
God.
1/20th. So whatever 1/20th of $1 trillion is what he said he would take. Because technically then he could sue them, right?
Yeah.
Because he invested his money and they can't pay them back based on,
Like it's their fault.
But that's the thing. That's why a lot of these companies are basically hedging themselves, because what happens when all these people, like, when people bought Shiba and everything, they can't afford to pay out when Shiba goes up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these companies don't have $1.4 trillion, like one guy. And what about the other people that had that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of it's a huge problem. But either way, yeah, he understood it. He was like, yeah, they're not gonna be able to pay this, so I'm willing to take like 1/20th of that.
Which is crazy. That's like still
That's
20
still-
million to 200 million.
It's a lot. I don't know.
He's
It's
got
a
a
lot.
lot of money. He
So,
can
yeah.
retire.
But that is all we have for this episode. We have a listener shout out, Kyle Vogelsang from Wisconsin. Thank you for sending the meme. That was awesome.
Thank
I
you,
really
sir.
enjoyed it.
You're a hoot.
Shout out to ya.
Yes. As a reminder, we do have our bi-weekly show uploads on Wednesdays. Our next episode is going to be on July 7th. So I hope you all have a happy 4th of July. We'll see you then. We're going to have a new sponsor and affiliate next episode too.
Next episode?
Yeah.
For realsies?
For realsies, man.
Very exciting. Very exciting. Make sure you check in the comments, check in the footnotes for that link, guys.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool. Also, check out our affiliate link for Instacart. You can order your groceries for delivery through their app. They will text you if they're out of your product and offer suggestions. They will also not give you shitty produce, which other people do. I'm not going to say name.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Strive Nation podcast with your hosts, Cory, Estreen, and Taylor Huff.
Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Strive Nation Pod on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Join us for our next episode in 2 weeks. And remember, when the world is upside down, Strive Nation is right side up for you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.